Hey there, friends. I hope all of you are well and happy this moon day. It is the first moon day of August. It is August the 5th. So I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Monday. We should all remember that every week, we get like this clean slate, this wonderful new beginning to a week, right? And it's fun when you bookend a week and you go, okay, that one's done, and then go into a next week with maybe a refreshed attitude or maybe a positive attitude. And as the week drags on, sometimes it's really hard to be positive and uplifting and feel good, especially, my friends, after what happened this weekend. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm not political, and I do not even watch the news at night. I watch the news because Chris watches the news, but I don't engage with the news. Maybe that's a better way to put it. I'm just shocked and I'm saddened by the hatred and the rhetoric that just seems to flow from people that should be super respectful. It's shocking. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about it. But anyway, it's Monday. It's Moon Day. Let's make a fresh, positive, energetic start to the week. Let's compliment someone today. When I go out of the house, I make it my mission to compliment as many people as I can. Go to Michael's, compliment the nice lady at the register, any interaction that you have on a retail level. Those retail clerks work their tails off, friends. Always say thank you. There was I noticed in Lidl when I was shopping last week that there was an older couple in there, and they were just having a terrible time trying to negotiate Lidl. If you've never been in a Lidl before, it's a little confusing because they have most of the groceries are on the perimeter of the store, and then you kind of have that I don't know, Walmart in the middle of the store, which is really it's odd. And there was an older couple. They were having a terrible time trying to negotiate that store. A very sweet, kind employee. Like, I saw him take them around and actually show them where things were. And after he had done with that, I pulled him aside and I said, dude, you are just so sweet. I wanted to say thank you for helping those people. My mom is an older person, and sometimes she needs help in stores, and just a small service of kindness, just hey, you're doing a good job, or I thank you so much, or there's a person at the fast food store that I go to that I don't frequent very often, but he is so compassionate for his employees. He brings them water on a hot day. There is just so much compassion in that guy, and I've spoken to him before and just told him that his compassion and his caring is very much appreciated. Always has a smile, so let's just make that a goal this week. Let's make that something that we do and we have success with, because Lord knows the world needs love. Okay, speaking of success, I totally failed with one book, July. Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't get it. I'm turning my fan around. Sorry, it's super hot. I don't know. I just didn't gravitate to it. I love my traveler's notebook that I made with a piece of leather from my sweet, sweet friend. I love it, but I just didn't gravitate to it. So what I've decided to do today, I did not do the gratitude journal. I am pulling out, my gratitude journal insert. I'm pulling this out and tabling this for November. Maybe I'll have a little more success at it in November. I am thinking of doing some bullet journaling. I am not sure, again, how successful I'll be at that, but since this is kind of laid out in a grid style, I thought that it might be cool if I just kind of took this out. I do want to read, there's a bullet journaling book out that I think is maybe on my reading list. Planning, I've done no planning at all for August. I've done hardly any personal journaling for August. August has been very, 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 I've been working a lot, and not just on art things, but on, at this time of year, I start prepping for winter. Chris's work kind of starts to dissipate in winter. The outdoor gigs that he usually plays, of course, go away. So at this time, I start to prep for winter. And my job at the farm goes away after October 31st. I start to think about winter. And I guess because my thoughts are just in a different place, I'm not planning. I'm not personal journaling. I've got a lot of stuff in my head that needs to be dumped. So like, when I figure out what I want to do as a planner journal kind of thing that that worked so well for me from January to July the 31st, I need to do that again. I just need to get a wire-bound book or some sort of composition book. Okay, so this is, this was an art page that I had done. I want to finish this because I love doing little art books like this. They're a lot of fun. Boo! It's a spider. It's not a real spider, because I had put really great paper in both of these inserts. I want to finish this, over the next couple weeks. That'll be my goal. That'll be my success for the week. I don't know quite what I'm going to do with my little traveler's notebook. For right now, because I know where everything is, I'm just going to slip things back in here and pull the closure back and kind of set that aside for the moment. I have some things that are sticking in my glue book that I intend to put in this small art journal insert. So I wanted to just kind of work on that and kind of just talk to you guys, because I haven't talked much the last couple weeks. The Smash book has too much stuff in it. I want to take Smash book stuff, still leave enough to Smash book with, but use it in my art journal insert. So I'm going to kind of scoot that to the side. We're going to look at what we have so far. And I actually, when I turn this page, I realized there's more stuff right here too. This was a page that I really loved, and I felt super positive about starting my art insert journal. But I just didn't finish. So I just didn't finish. That's all there is to it. I did not succeed at One Book July. I have a friend that I cat sit for, and he retired 3 years ago. And his wife is very fond of saying that he did not have a successful retirement, that he did not do well in a retired state. And that's, that's kind of how I feel about One Book July. So I can, I can put myself on the mat and beat myself up about it, or I can just let it go, which I am super preferring to just let things go these days. I am going to grab a glue stick and hopefully find one that I have used before. I have several here. That one looks like it's been used before. I'm going to grab my glasses too, you guys. I just put my contacts in for the day. I'm going to spend about 10 minutes with this. I'm sorry about the yammering that I did. I'm not sorry. It needs to be said. So there you go. I just have some images here, and I love like the colors. I like these, you know, happy images of people. I like I think these were, what are those things? Ebola, maybe? You know, they are, not that Ebola is funny, I did not mean that at all. But they are communicable disease like molecules or something like that. So let's just kind of start with some background stuff, and I think that I'm going to allow these elements to be background elements, and we're just going to tack those down with some handy dandy glue stick. Okay, this is the shingles virus is what this one is. And I think I'm just gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start in the middle. That's a handy hint. I don't know what it is about starting in the middle, but I start in the middle when I do chippies, when I do my chippy stickers. Somehow or another, starting in the middle is very helpful to design. And then, you know, you can always use the middle for a focal image. So I'm going to put that in the middle. I think what I'm going to do here is put this in the middle as well. I have been clipping a ton of images lately. I'm making flow journals. I am using those images as I clip them. So there's no storage for the images. I think that when you clip images, you need to use the suckers or they start taking over your life. I like this here. So we're going to do that there. You guys know that I'm not much on keeping things or storing things, or I think that everybody needs to figure out what works for them. Leanne had this great video at her Patreon site, y'all, and it was about, you know, she said such wise things. That's why I love Leanne so much. She was talking about, she says a functional form of storage won't be pretty. That's so true. I think that sometimes we try to make our storage pretty, and if I just don't use storage. I use plastic shoe boxes, and those plastic shoe boxes are like 10 years old, but that is the only like organization that I do. Some folks have asked me about doing, you know, maybe talking a little more about how I put together like my flow pockets and stuff, and that's another, it's so vague. I don't have a pattern or a purpose or an organizational system or anything like that to do those pockets. They just kind of happen, and I'm really glad that they do just happen. I'm kind of thinking, I kind of like the girl here. I love the David. I like the bird, but I do need something kind of up here. Remember, we're starting in the middle and working out. And 5 minutes have already gone by, so I got to do this kind of quick. So we'll see what we can find here. Oh, I like the frog. I also like the cheetah. Kind of like that, but I do like, there's something about that lady right there that's working for me. Maybe it's her purple shirt. Super neato. I love the frog up there. I even like this use of white space. If you guys have not done the Take 5 art challenge this month, man, oh man, that thing is fun, fun, fun. It was 15 minutes, use white space, blue, ink, and circles. I cannot believe I remembered all that. It was really, I loved it. I'll show you what I made. Oh, I'll put an iCard here because that will be easier than me showing you. I'm kind of just liking what I got going here. I don't think I am going to put anything else on this page at this moment. I like this. This is an illustration from a magazine. You know, we've been really, you know what I think? I think I'm going to do this on a different page. And then that way I can use some of the imagery that I've clipped from recent magazines that covered the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. It's been a lot of fun for me to revisit. I totally remember that. Chris wasn't born then. It's fun to remind him of that. Hey, it's before you were born. And this is I think this was a stamp set that said Sally Rod, but I don't know what I did with the rest of it, so we'll just put that on there. I'm hoping this has some adhesion to it, so it can kind of just stick it down. Oh, it doesn't. Oh well, that's okay. I'll do it like this. You know how sometimes stamp sheets have a little bit of adhesion on the whole sheet? This one didn't. I'm just gonna put that right there. Okay, let's see if there's anything. Again, I'm cleaning out my flow binder. That was just another bunch of stuff that I did not, it's just not serving me. This stuff is just not serving me. So I'm just really don't want it. I don't think I have anything else that's going to fit there at the moment. Let's see what this is. I like her. She's happy. Nope. And I've got my snarky sayings. These are at Etsy. If you guys are interested, they're $2.25. Okay. I think for this was a beautiful postcard that I picked up at Scrap RVA. I've used part of it in a journal. I think what I'll do, I don't know where it's from or what it is. I do know a lot of the pictures were from Venice and Ireland, other places around Italy. But I love this. I am a Leo, so this lion really kind of spoke to me. So I'm just going to put him right here. I think I'll also put the yeah, that's too whimsical to go with that. Okay, so that's what we got done so far, y'all. I'm sorry that I failed so terribly with One Book July. It just, I don't know what it was. I just could not get it. Kudos to those of you who can get it and who did such spectacular work. You guys always amaze me by these, you know, accepting these challenges and doing such wonderful, stellar work. All of you are beautiful, great artists. Always listen to your soul, listen to your heart, and do your own thing. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.